Tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Ready? Gun. No.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And that's caught inside the 30.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
20.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They run, Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Gun.
Now Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Fields. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go cover.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
58, come on. 58, come on. Yeah.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on second and 6. Newton. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is brought in at the 21. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Manti Te'o marches in to sack him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From the 25 on second down, Newton, and an alley to run. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
operating from the gun. Fields. This one caught by Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On 1st and 10, Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as they are now on the board here in the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the
Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Joe Mixon, 75 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook with a first down and much more. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets will extend their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the 1st half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack on 1st down, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On first down, Mixon. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Able to push his way through. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Check 4, check 4.
From the 31, Newton, he's going to float this one deeper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
53 is the mic. 53, check 53. Check right, check right. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the route. Watch the throw.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's caught, Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon dances by him. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Newton. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back to throw, Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and it's a touchdown for the Jets.
That's it.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
On first down, Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a give right side. Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give right side. Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Back to Mixon on first down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to dock my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum. This is caught inside the 15. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name.